Hi everyone, welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. I wanted to talk about my reading journal. For 2026. So I'm not sure. I've been thinking about whether or not I should do a dedicated reading journal or not. I have done a reading journal now. This will be the fourth year, I guess, I've done a reading journal. The second year I did it in this Sterling Ink N2, and I really enjoy it. I don't use all of the spreads, so and some of the spreads that I have used I've created specifically because there was that spread. So in the empty pages at the front here, I did my book of the month and a book of the year. Still haven't done the book of August yet. And then I have this kind of reading goal bingo. Rather than write down my reading goals, I kind of made a little game of it. But I put that in the kind of goals section. There's nothing here because I had nothing to put in there. Then in the quarterly section here, I had January, the reading for each month separated. I like this spread, especially this side, and then the genre and my rating for it. And then here was just kind of visually putting in the different genres and how much I read of each. And I really enjoy that. I have to finish up the August here. And then for the months, what I had been doing was cutting up the cover of the book and then that I read that week, gluing it down, because I don't have one of those little printers, but you can still do this look if you wanted it. And putting the rating underneath. And obviously I'm behind on that, but that's what I'll do. And then the weeks is primarily where the data comes. So I decorate it and I put what I read and then any notes. And I have been enjoying this. It's simple. I decorate it ahead of time so that I don't feel like the burden to get it decorated or anything, because I decorate it, like I say, ahead of time. Sometimes I use this page a lot, sometimes I don't, and again, I don't worry about it so much. Just flipping through the pages to kind of show you what it looks like. I really like it, and it works well for me, and it is fun to decorate, and I like just having a record of my reading. I don't use the notes pages very much, so I thought that I would use the notes pages this year and I would write more reviews. And I guess I have wrote more reviews because last year I didn't write any and this year I wrote some, but certainly not enough to cover the entire notes pages. I think I'm on page 6. I've used some pages at the back, but that leaves a lot of pages not used. And then in the very back, I have lists, series lists. So TBRs, series trackers, that sort of thing. So I've been wondering whether or not I want to use the same method next year. So I have 2 week-size planners that are available to me. So this one is a 2025 Sterling Ink, and I would just redate it, which is not a problem. And then this one is the Angel planner, and it is a undated kind of week size, but it has a lot more pages at the back. They're not numbered, but there's a lot of them, which I have already just said I'm not going to use. So right off the bat, I know I'm not going to use this one, so there's no point in me talking about it anymore. So here we've got these two, but somebody posted something, or I saw something, or something happened, I don't know. And they were showing the Passport sterling ink, so it's smaller than this. Obviously it's passport size, which I think is like this. And it had, I'll show you on this because this lays a little bit flatter because it's been trained. So on the weeks, it had 4 days on this side and then 3 days on this side with a little space at the bottom. And I'm wondering if that might not be a good reading journal for me. I know for a lot of people, they make it, quite decorative, and the idea of making something smaller than this is probably, it doesn't leave you a lot of room for decoration and what have you. But I think, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I like this. I like this a lot. But I kind of feel like a little, I don't know, like I want to try something new, just a little bored of it. And what I thought was I wouldn't do one, and I would just put all that information in my everyday book, whichever book it was going to be. So I have an example of this, how it would look, but I don't know if it's, oh, maybe it is. I got it. So when I use the Cousin, let me put this away. So when I use the Cousin, you can see on the bottom, I wrote down what I read and the pages that I read, and that was, I did that every week. So I was planning on doing that with my next planner. So if it was, say for example, it was this one, I could always use like this page, or I could extend the lines here and use, this section, whatever. But then I thought, well, would I have enough like things to decorate and really be able to do the things I like to do decoration wise? So now I'm kind of in a quandary because I don't know if I should, like one of the things is if I continue and use the books that I have, right, not order something new, which would be smart. I'm kind of just replicating what I've done. Like it's the same planner as both my work planner and my reading planner were this year, which could be a little bit boring. Plus, everything is the tweed. I could recover this, of course I can. So yeah, I just don't know if I should get like a different planner here and get like, say, get the Passport and try that, or if I should just use what I have here. I mean, my inclination is to use this because it's going to be easy to redate for reading journal. And I don't use a lot of the, like, for instance, like that's not an issue. That's blank. That's blank. I didn't use this in the last one, so I probably won't use that here. Here, I'm not using the days. I'm just using the numbers to calculate the genre that I'm, like how many of the genre that I'm reading. So that would work. The monthly, again, not using it for its date. Really, I was just cutting out the book, so that could work. The only thing I'd have to redate would be the actual weeks themselves. And that could be a simple, date dot over those. So I think I've talked myself into using this, like using a book journal again next year and using this one. And then, yeah, my kind of, I guess, interest in the passport is just because it's different and cute. And I like the fact that there was no extra space on the week. Like it was just the week at a glance kind of thing, rather than like this, you have the week and then you have like a whole blank page here. And sometimes I don't fill this blank page, but I guess it's good for decoration and I can experiment a little bit there. So yeah, another possibility, I suppose, is to get like a blank notebook and to just create my own spreads there. The advantage of my own notebook would be that if I wanted to, I've got a notebook here in the N1 version. So if I wanted to, you know, make a small little week here, then I could have the whole rest of the page to do like a little review, a little note, a little, you know, tallies, anything like that. I could do that. So that the advantage is it's very customizable. The problem is I'd have to write those weeks out every week, which is not ideal. I suppose it's not much different. Like here's an example of what I did when I was just testing things out. But I could probably do something even, you know, smaller and then have the kind of whole page. So I don't know, there's options and I just don't know what to do. Let me know if you're doing a book journal or you have done a book journal, and you're not like some of the book journals people are doing, they're writing, like I see a lot of this, and there's nothing wrong with this, but this is not what I do. So they put like the little picture here of the book, and then they write kind of all the bibliographical information here, and then they write a review. I don't need that space. That's not what I'm looking for. Primarily what I use it for is like data. So yeah, if you have any you know, suggestions for me, I'm more than willing to hear them. I think though probably we'll go with redating this for next year, and then I might cover this. So the inside cover I've already done. I did this last year when I thought I was going to use it for something and I didn't. So, and actually this, yeah. So, but I think I might recover this cover because I don't particularly like, I like the color of it, but I don't really like the feel of it. And I'm thinking about like this kind of sticker situation. I don't know if I want to do that again next year. So I think maybe finding like some sort of something to cover this might be a good idea. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, are you doing a book journal? Basically anything that I said in this video make any sort of sense? Do you see what I'm going here? And also, did you order anything from the Hobonichi launch? Hobonichi launched on Monday, Sunday night, Monday. And yeah, I'm curious to hear if you got anything, and if you did, let me know. I should probably have gotten some covers. My covers are in bad shape, but yeah, my clear covers, but all will be revealed in a video to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.